Okay. Well, right now it's afternoon, but I always say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good midnight hour, whatever time it is when you get ready to watch this video. It has been a beautiful, beautiful day. And I really want to come on to just have a little food for thought and to share words of encouragement to us during this season, this holiday season that's approaching us. But what I want to say is this: it's just food for thought, and I'm really speaking from my heart, as I always do. But I want us to stop, think, and then think. I want us to stop, think, and then think. Thank God. I just want us to do that. What does that mean, Cole? What are you trying to say? What's the word of encouragement? What is the food for thought? Especially to parents and grandparents, great-grandparents, mothers and fathers, aunties and uncles. Sometimes the holiday season for some, can be rough. It can be overwhelming. When others are celebrating or laughing, some of us are hurting inside, some of us are crying, some of us are thinking about those who are no longer with us, and I understand that. Please, I don't ever want you to think that I don't understand, because I really, really do. And I've been in those places. I've been in rough places. I've been in down places. I've been discouraged. I didn't even want to celebrate the holidays sometimes. It was like, just get this over with. So it's not that I don't have empathy, sympathy, and I don't understand, because I truly, truly do. But what I want to encourage you in saying is that you can make it through. You can make it through. And for parents who are praying, and have been praying for many, many years, been praying for your sons and for your daughters, your grandchildren, as my grandmama would say, for them to come in. They are struggling. They're making bad choices. I've said that before, whether it's drugs or alcohol or lying, cheating, stealing, hurting other people, whatever the case, or just confused. Sometimes they just don't know. They don't know which way to turn. They don't know. But one thing that I saw coming up as a child was, and I told you, my grandmother, I don't say I lost her, because I know where she is. So anytime you know what something is, it's not lost. You just praying that you would get to be where she is one day too. And she was 101 in October. So I understand, not having a loved one with us during this time. I understand this. But down through the years, as she would say, down through the years when I was coming up. Now, my grandmama had 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. That's what she had, 3 girls and 3 boys. And 2 of my uncles, was kind of in and out, up and down. Ooh-wee. They kept her praying. But my grandmama, even during this time, what I'm saying is this, even during this time of the season, yes, there were trials and tribulations and sometimes turmoil. But she kept pushing. She kept going. She kept talking about how good God was. She kept saying a change gonna come. A change. She said, I don't know when, but she kept praying that a change was going to come. She didn't try to put her foot down on them and, you shouldn't, and you just low down and you this and that. My grandmama didn't do that. She still loved on her sons. She still loved people who society would say didn't deserve to be loved. She did that because the lesson she taught me is not what they do and how they treat you, but it's how you treat them. So as Christians and as faith believers, and those of us who say we love the Lord, and for those of us who say that we want to be Christ-like, and we say that God is love. We'll say that God is love and God is good, and he's good all the time, and all the time God is good. Okay, well, let's food for thought. Let's try to exhibit some of those characteristics that our Father has. Meaning, love on people. Let's love people. My pastor talked about that today. Let's love people through the hurt. Let's hold hands with the people who are going through, or who, You know, sometimes they just feel like they stuck in quicksand. They can't move. They can't go left. They can't go right. It just appears that they're stuck. But if we never share that we've been there, if we never shared that we were confused, if we never shared that we didn't know which way to go, when we don't share that we've made bad decisions in our life, when we don't share those things with other people, sometimes people they don't listen to us because they don't think that we understand. We understand. And when we share with people, not just the now, you know, not just how we are right now, but we talk about that journey. We talk about that process. We talk about how God really changed our life, how he really changed the way we think. And then for parents, like I said, who are worried, and some of you all don't even know where your children are. You really don't. You haven't heard from them. You know, they in and out. Maybe we'll say the penitentiary. Maybe in and out of jail. Maybe in and out of relationship. Maybe they're not even in the same city with you. Maybe they don't call until maybe they want something. But whatever the case may be, don't you stop praying. Don't you stop trusting and believing that God can change their life, that he can change their mindset. Don't you stop believing. I don't know how long it's going to take. And I asked that question to God myself, God, how long? You know, how long would, I'm talking about our family, how long would our family have to go through these ups and downs? How long or how many Christmas and Thanksgiving will it be turmoil? How long or how many years will it be fussing and fighting? How long and how many years will we have to wonder, you know, at that time, where my uncle was? Whew. How many years or how long that we was praying that we didn't get a phone call that something had happened to him because of his mental state. Years and years and years. But my grandmama never stopped going. She never stopped working. Even during the holiday season when she didn't know where her sons were or what they were doing, she kept baking cakes. She kept making pies. She kept buying gifts. She kept giving to other people. Yes, it wasn't perfect. Yes, our family had things going on. But it never stopped her from saying one day a change is going to come. One day her sons was going to turn around. One day God was going to answer her prayer. So all I'm saying today is during this season, don't you stop looking out the door for your son or for your daughter to come home. Don't you stop not answering the telephone, because one day they'll call. And one day they'll tell you, Mama or Daddy, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. One day they'll ask you, I don't want to go through this anymore. It's too much for me to bear. And as parents, I know you're disappointed sometimes. I know you're upset. I know that you've shedded some tears. But if you're able and you think about how God has given you grace and mercy, when you get that phone call and it's your son or it's your daughter, don't ask them a lot of questions about where you've been, why you hadn't called. I've been looking for why this and why that and this. Don't say all of that. You just tell them, son or daughter, I'm glad to hear your voice. Son or daughter, Mama got her arms open. Son or daughter, Daddy got his arms open. Grandchildren, I know you've messed up, but that's okay because I still love you. Sometimes when we are wandering in the wilderness, we're so confused. And all we want is to know that we can still come home. All we want to know is that you still love us. So during this season, for those who have children and grandchildren that you haven't seen and you haven't heard from, don't you give up. Just keep cooking them pies. You keep making your dinners. You keep saying that one day a change is going to come. But not only do you say it, but you start to believe it. Because I'm here to say to you that I was once lost, but now I'm found. I was once confused, but now I'm found. I once wanted to give up, but now I'm found. All I want you to know is this, that a change will come. And it's my prayer to each one of you today that God would allow you to see the manifestation of your prayers. That God will allow you to get that phone call. Not that your son or daughter has been hurt or harmed, but you will hear their voice on the other end. And they may even say, Mama or Daddy, I apologize. I'm sorry for what I've said. I'm sorry for what I've done. And instead of you beating them up, and you just be able to tell them, son or daughter, I forgave you a long time ago. I forgave you a long time ago. Because what? Because God had to forgive me a long time ago. So I'm happy today. I got joy today because I know what God has already done. I know what God is doing. And I know that God is not like man that he should lie. God's promises are true. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy, it's going to come in the morning. It's going to come in the morning. So I have on my real colorful suit today, and you know what? I dress the way I feel because I'm happy. I dress the way I feel because I'm happy. No, life is not perfect. Life is not perfect. People are not perfect. But I'm happy. And I dress the way I feel. I'm happy. This is a happy suit. All these colors. I'm happy. Roll with Cola, get out the way. We're still in Memphis, Tennessee. You put your blink on. So if you decide to pull over, so you don't cause an accident in somebody else's life. People got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. Sometimes they're not even paying attention to the roads. So you watch out for other people. And you do what's right to do. Put your blink on, pull over. Roll with Cola, get out the way because we going what? Not somewhere, but everywhere. All right, this was kind of a long video, but that's okay. Food for thought. This will take you through the rest of December, I'm sure. Check it out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, J for J dash Roll with Cole. Type it all together so you can have you a word of encouragement. All right, I love you all. So I'm happy. That's all I know. I'm happy. And the change gonna come. You just got to hold on. The change gonna come. Now, that's all. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.